I'm gonna answer your Japan travel questions, or at least try to. I've selected many of the most asked Japan travel related questions ranging from rail, Suica use, Shinkansen bullet train travel, the JR Pass, currency questions, earthquake questions, accommodation, cherry blossoms, and a lot more. But before you get into the video, please remember to like and consider subscribing. These videos do take many hours to put together, and your support will help the channel grow. Suica. I hadn't realized it was such a hot topic, with the majority of questions being about this popular Japanese IC card. Let's dive in. I still have a Passimo card that I last used in January 2020. Will it still work? If you're referring to a normal Passimo card or a Suica card, it will expire if it isn't used or topped up for a period of 10 years from the date of last use. The same goes for most of Japan's IC cards. Some cards, such as the Welcome Suica and the Passimo Passport, expire after 28 days, and special edition cards might have different expiry dates. And if your card has expired, the charge on the invalid card can be transferred to your new card, or you can get a refund. Besides the Shinkansen trains, does the Suica card cover all the train lines and subway lines in metropolitan Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto? In Tokyo, yes. However, additional tickets must be purchased if you use Suica for travel on a limited express, or if you want to use a green car. Osaka shouldn't be a problem either. However, there are still some train stations in Japan that don't accept IC cards, including parts of Kyoto, like the Tango Railway, where you might need to purchase a paper ticket. The key thing to remember is that Suica cannot be used for cross-region travel. Note that you can actually use the IC card for the Shinkansen in a less conventional way, which requires you to buy the Shinkansen ticket via the Smart X, where you can link your ticket to an IC card, which can then be used to tap at the ticket machine. A little bit complicated. How much do you recommend one puts on a card for a 2-week trip? As IC cards are pay as you go, I tend to never have more than 2,000 or 3,000 yen and top it up as needed. If I need to purchase something that's more expensive and they don't accept credit card, but they accept Suica, because I have access to the digital Suica on my iPhone, I usually top up on the spot using Apple Pay and pay with Suica so that I don't need to carry too much cash. Bear in mind that the maximum a Suica card can hold is 20,000 yen. We will be in Nagoya next week. I am unable to get my USA Apple 14 Suica to link with my USA Visa card. Please help! I'm still confused about iPhone use. I downloaded the Suica app by stealth. I'm from the UK, but it's only in Japanese. I've read that US and Australia have versions in English, but that's too much stealth for me to bother with. Am I missing something? There are a few things to note. You don't need the Suica app. Setup is done via the Apple Wallet. Digital Suica undergoes maintenance every day between 1 AM and 5 AM Japan time, which means that if you're trying to set up or top up during this time, it simply won't work. Some credit cards, specifically Visa, seem to not work for some people, so I recommend that you try to set up an international currency app such as Revolut or Wise, adding money to it and then creating a virtual Apple Pay card to create and top up your Suica, at least for the first use. You can then top up as normal at the top up kiosk if you don't want to use Apple Pay once in Japan. No option for Android phone? Most Android phones bought outside of Japan are out of luck due to the fact that it's missing special hardware that isn't found usually outside of Japan anyway. Do you need to purchase 2 cards, or can you use the same one for 2 person at the same time? Each person needs to have their own card for transport. However, for purchasing, you can use one card and share the balance with the one card. Is it possible to get the Suica card in Haneda Airport? At Haneda Airport, you can purchase a Welcome Suica version that expires after 28 days and makes for a nice souvenir. It works the same way as a normal Suica, but you need to make sure that you use up all the credit, as you won't be able to get a refund, something that I'm sure will be easy to do, using up all the credit I'm talking about. You'll currently find the Welcome Suica next to the monorail station at Haneda Terminal 3. Can I use the same card for different cities, or do I need a card for Tokyo and another for Osaka? Can I use it for Shinkansen too? If I got the card at Narita, can I get balance refund at Osaka Airport? You can use IC cards interchangeably across Japan's major cities and even many rural areas. However, note that if you want a refund for a non-visitor IC card, you'd need to do this in the same area you first bought it. The Shinkansen requires a ticket, which you can purchase with your IC card balance if you wish to, but you cannot simply tap in and ride in a Shinkansen unless you use that next thing that I spoke about earlier on. Hi, so the Suica card is available again for foreigners, right? You can easily get visitor versions of IC cards at the airport, but if you are after a normal Suica, these are currently available at the JR East travel counters. That's at the JR Pass counter, by the way, at Tokyo's major stations. Tokyo Station, Shinagawa, Shinjuku, Shibuya, Ueno, and Ikebukuro. A 500 yen deposit is required, but will be refunded when you return the card. If you plan to come back to Japan within 10 years, it's recommended that you keep the card. Hi Nathan, I'm going to Japan at the end of April 2024 and would like to include Kanazawa, but I heard that several attractions are closed now due to the earthquake. Would you recommend it, or it's better to avoid it? Thank you very much. I actually contacted my friends at Kanazawa Tourism to ask them this question, so I'll just read their reply. As far as Kanazawa City is concerned, there is almost no damage. You can go around Higashiyama, Chayagai, Nagamachi, Samurai District, Genroku Garden, etc. without any problems. Please visit Kanazawa and support Noto Peninsula. Is there a Spanish YouTube channel or just Instagram? Sí, hay un canal, Japón Tips. Yep, if you're a Spanish speaker, check it out. I'm coming there in October. I was there last year and hotels were expensive. I'm looking into Airbnbs. They seem slightly more reasonable for a week in Tokyo. Are there any suggestions on accommodation? Thank you. Very difficult for me to give you specific recommendations on accommodation since everybody has different needs. So I'll leave a link to a video that I made about the best areas and also how to choose your best accommodation. Choose what fits your needs. So, a negative COVID test or a vaccine card with a booster isn't required for entry anymore? Currently no need, yes, no need. Thank God for that. Would it be too late to see cherry blossoms during April 27 to May the 9th? Will be in Japan mid-April. Can I still expect sakura blooming in Tokyo? Cherry blossoms bloom at different times, starting at the south and moving up north and at different elevations also, so you'll likely still be able to catch cherry blossoms if you're willing to travel north, which in my opinion isn't a bad idea. Are the onsens open to the public? Are they tourist friendly post-COVID? Restrictions are pretty much gone. The issue might be tattoos, but some research will help you make sure you're okay if you have tattoos. Basically, onsens are back to normal. Where is the pocket Wi-Fi link? Yes, you can head over to www.ninjasaru.com for the link or use the handy QR code. It's a great product, trusted by many in the Ninja Monkey community. You'll get a great product which will help you navigate and keep you connected whilst in Japan, and I'll get a small commission at no additional cost to you, so you'll be helping out the channel. I don't understand. If you could explain, we are going to Japan in a couple of months. We are doing Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and maybe Nara. Should we get a rail pass? How would we figure out pricing? So, I suggest that you use a JR Pass calculator to figure out the cost of your individual tickets versus the JR Pass. In your case, it doesn't seem to be worthwhile, but you might decide to add additional trips, so please research yourself. The JR Pass is especially useful for excessive travelers traveling nearly every other day. Hello, loved the video, thank you very much. Are you sure Studio Ghibli tickets go on sale 3 months in advance? I heard they go on sale every 10th of the month for the following month. February the 10th, from March 1st to the 31st. Thank you for your I guess it's great video. Yes, you're right. I should have been a little bit more specific with the info. I was referring to Ghibli Park or Sampo Day Pass. This pass goes on sale 2 months in advance on the 10th at 2 p.m. Japan time and gives you access to all areas. Would staying close to the Tokyo station be also as good as near the Yamanote Shinkansen line? I plan on going there in the spring, but I will also travel to Kyoto and Osaka. I also have a problem going downstairs because of knee surgery. I'm working on that now in January so that I'm better able to descend steps. Someone told me that there are train stations that have elevators, escalators and so on, but I'm sure there are some local train stations without those features. That's why I was thinking of staying around the area Tokyo Station, although I do like the look and authenticity of the Ueno neighborhood. Well, yes, due to your mobility issues, if you're planning to travel intercity, maybe staying near Tokyo Station would be a good idea because it would give you direct access to the Yamanote line and the Shinkansen without needing to change trains. Most major cities will have elevators or escalators, but you should definitely be prepared for some stairs. Although I do love staying in Ueno, I think that everybody should stay where it suits their needs most. So there you have it. I've answered some of the top travel questions. Did I miss any out? Leave them down in the comment section and hopefully I'll be able to make an updated video in the future. If you found this useful, consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And if you want to support the channel further, please check out my Patreon, donate on Super Thanks or PayPal. There's also my second channel, The Happy Gaijin, for more casual live streams and vlogs too. Y si hablas español, and if you're a Spanish speaker and have watched all the way to the end, I've recently started a Spanish language Instagram and YouTube account too. Hapon Tips. Till next time, stay positive and be a happy gaijin. Safe travels. Bye.